This is our How to Read Literature Like Your Professor presentation by Sara Centeno, Nadia Rubio, and Jennifer Schwartz. One of the chapters that we got was called Hansel D. and Gretel Dumb. In this chapter, the author explains that children's literature, myths, or folk tales are used throughout novels to keep it familiar for a reader. This can also create irony or deepen an understanding of a character. It is often updated to meet modern times. Big examples of this are in the movies Hoodwinked, Shrek, Tangled, Enchanted, and Disenchanted. The movie Shrek uses fairy tales in ways that are ironic, such as Prince Charming being an antagonist or Fiona knowing how to fight. Fiona, as a princess herself, is an unorthodox character compared to other Disney princesses, just based on the way that she looks and based on the way that those other Disney princesses' movies go and her movie is made. She becomes a symbol that beauty lies within, which challenges many fairy tales.
Are you Princess Fiona?
I am. Awaiting a knight so bold as to rescue me.
Oh, that's nice. Now let's go!
But wait, Sir Knight! This beeth our first meeting. Should it not be a wonderful, romantic moment?
Yeah. Sorry, lady. There's no time.
Wait! What are you doing? You should sweep me off my feet out yonder window and down a rope onto your valiant steed.
You've had a lot of time to plan this, haven't you?
But we have to savor this moment. You could recite an epic poem for me. A ballad, a sonnet, a limerick, or something.
I don't think so.
Well,
So, in this small clip from the movie Shrek, Fiona's rescue from the dragon isn't really what she expected and isn't really what all the other viewers are expecting from this movie. Because usually how it goes is everything that Fiona has stated before, that her knight in shining armor is supposed to kiss her and they're supposed to go off into the sunset and live happily ever after. But that's not how it goes, and this movie challenges that. Another example is from the movie Enchanted. This movie challenges the idea of a princess getting married as early as possible, and shows that not all fairy tales are true. Not everyone can get married just after 2 days of dating, like in Romeo and Juliet. Adult themes are presented in this movie, such as divorce and negative emotions, which the princess seems to be unaware of. Our second chapter is called He's Blind for a Reason, You Know. In this chapter, the author explains that blindness and other physical anomalies in literature are usually intentional, as an author had to make the decision to do so. They are mainly used to further the story or say something about a character. Some big examples of this are Bernard from Brave New World, Finn from Adventure Time, Nemo from Finding Nemo, Everyone Living in the Valley in Country of the Blind, and Dinah in the Langoliers. In the movie Finding Nemo, Nemo is born with a gimpy fin that made it harder for him to swim. And this physical disability is used to reach those people who have disabilities and show them that regardless of their limitations, they are still capable of independence. Nemo's gimpy fin is a reason for his father's overprotectiveness and is a visual metaphor for his mother's death and his independence from his worried father.
Lucky the leprechaun found his unicorn on a marshmallow island in the sky, where everyone is always dancing! Lucky Charms now has a new unicorn marshmallow, part of this complete breakfast.
That wasn't supposed to be a part of the video.
You remember how we met?
well, I try not to.
Well, I remember. Excuse me, miss. Can you check and see if I have a hook in my lip?
Marlin!
Oh, you gotta look closer because it's raining. Here he is. Cutie's here. Where did everybody go? Coral, get inside the house, Coral. No, Coral, don't. They'll be fine. Just get inside. You, right now. Coral! Coral? 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 Coral?
So, in this clip from Finding Nemo, we are shown that Marlin loses essentially his whole family except for Nemo, which shows why he's so overprotective of Nemo. But throughout the movie, we're shown that Nemo's gimpy fin isn't something that holds him back. It's something that even pushes him farther to become better than the fish he ever was before. Another example of this is Finn the human from Adventure Time. So in these two pictures, you can see that Finn, the boy in the blonde hair, instead of having the rest of his arm, he has a small flower growing out of it. And that flower represents a loss in his life throughout the series. The flower represents his growth as he comes to terms with his father selling him out, and also some other internal problems that he experiences throughout the series. In this picture on the lower left-hand corner, you can see that his arm is essentially growing into a big tree, which is symbolizing that growth. He eventually comes to terms with it and he gets his arm back, but throughout this whole cartoon, we can see him growing as a character and the flower growing and blooming with him. So this is the end of our presentation. Thank you for watching.